Hey there! If you're a dog owner in Marana, you already know how great it is. But having a well-behaved dog by your side, that just makes everything better. In this guide, we're going to walk through everything you need to know to find the perfect trainer for you and your best friend. You know, the whole point of getting some training help is so you and your dog can really enjoy all the great things Marana has to offer. We're talking about taking confident, calm walks through our beautiful parks and community spaces. So let's get you set up for success. So here's our plan. First, we'll talk about why training specifically for life here in Marana is so helpful. Then, we'll get into some key training ideas, how to actually check out a professional, what you can expect to pay, and finally, we'll cover some important local rules and resources. Okay, let's start with this idea of local training. Why does it matter? Well, real success means your dog is ready for the real world, and that world is right here in Marana, with its own unique trails and busy community events. Just think about it for a second. What you really want is a dog who can walk calmly past other families at the park, right? Or one who doesn't lunge at every single person they see at a community get-together. You want them to be able to handle the sights and sounds near the river park and not get totally distracted at a shopping center. That's exactly what a good locally focused trainer can help you with. All right, next up, the key concepts. Before you can pick the right trainer, it really helps to understand the basic methods they use and the different ways training programs are structured. The main philosophy you're going to want to look for is positive reinforcement. This has nothing to do with punishment or trying to intimidate your dog. It's all about rewarding your dog for making good choices. This approach builds a really strong, trusting relationship, and honestly, it makes learning fun for them. Training also comes in a few different formats. Group classes, they're fantastic for practicing skills with other dogs and people around. Private lessons are pretty much perfect for tackling those issues that happen right in your home, like, say, jumping on guests. And then there are board and train programs, which offer a really intense, deep dive experience for bigger training goals. So you know the concepts, but how do you actually size up a trainer? Let's get into the practical steps for checking out a professional so you can make a choice you feel really good about. Here's the thing. Arizona doesn't require trainers to have a license. That's why certifications like these are such a good sign of quality. They show that a trainer is really committed to modern, science-backed methods. For example, a KPA certification usually means they're an expert in clicker training, while an IABC certification points to someone who specializes in more complex behavior issues. It's really the mark of a true professional. When you first call a trainer, think of it as an interview. This checklist has all the key questions you'll want to ask. You need to confirm they use positive methods, understand how they're going to tailor a plan for your specific dog, and be crystal clear on all the logistics. Oh, and don't forget to ask about coordinating with your vet. That's so important if you're dealing with any serious behavior concerns. And now for the topic that's probably on your mind, the cost. Investing in training is really an investment in a lifetime of better behavior. So let's take a look at what you can expect to budget here in the Marana area. So what should you plan on spending? The answer really depends on what your goals are and the type of training you end up choosing. Let's break down the numbers. As you can see, the costs can vary quite a bit. A 6-week group class might run you a couple $100s, but an immersive board and train program is a much bigger investment. The trick is to find the right service that matches both your budget and your dog's specific needs. All right, let's bring it all back home to our community. Being a great dog owner in Marana means knowing the local rules and, of course, where you can go to have fun and practice all those new skills safely. These are the fundamentals every dog owner in Marana should have down pat. Leash laws, vaccinations, and licensing. They're just non-negotiable for keeping everyone safe and healthy. And that last one, excessive barking, is exactly the kind of thing training can help you get ahead of before it ever becomes a problem with your neighbors. And when the signs say leash required, this is exactly what they mean. In Marana's public parks and on our trails, you need to keep your dog on a standard leash, not a retractable one that's 6 feet long or shorter. It's all for the safety of your dog, other people, and our local wildlife. So once you and your trainer have built a good foundation, these are some fantastic places to put those skills to the test. You can practice loose leash walking, working on focus around distractions, and having polite greetings, all in a real-world setting. In the end, it really comes down to this. Finding the right professional is a huge first step, but it's that partnership, their guidance combined with your consistent practice that truly creates a well-behaved dog you can be proud of anywhere you go in town. By putting in the time to find the right training, you're doing so much more than just solving a few problems. You're building a foundation of communication and trust that's going to make every single walk, every visit from friends, and every trip around town more enjoyable for both of you. We wish you the best of luck on this really rewarding journey.